Hey guys, welcome back to Sacred Forge Healing. Today we're going to be doing the weekly reading for the 4th through the 11th. Now I'm a little bit late on it, so I apologize. It's been a busy week, just got back from a vacation. So let's go ahead and dive right in. Also, if you'd like a personal reading with me, go to sacredforgehealing.com. Also, if you're in the Rock Hill or Charlotte area, I'm going to be holding a Sacred Forge Sound Bath on February 10th at 1 o'clock. Tickets are $30. We're going to be using my own personal healing modality called the Sacred Forge, hence the name of this channel and the business, where it's working on releasing and cleansing a lot of different energy that you hold. One of the really cool things is I walk you into a meditation where we are actively putting things into a fire for transmutation and for release. So that's a really, really cool experience. So if you guys would like to join me on February 10th, sign up is on my website. So let's go ahead and let's get into this. Let's see here. We'll go ahead and get started with our weekly reading. Okay, so for this week, let's go ahead and let's get into the cards that we have right here. All right. So our strength this week, and this is something that I feel is more a challenge for myself at the moment, is compassion. It's that open-heartedness, accepting people for who they are. This isn't like letting people steamroll you, of course, but this is having compassion for those who need it, and compassion for yourself, which is where I feel like I'm working the most for myself on. Because it can feel really, really great when we're moving forward really quickly. But again, there are dips and there are changes. There are challenges that happen. But for this week, our strength is allowing ourselves to embrace and to fully open up into that, have that open-heartedness that allows us to see ourselves in a more compassionate light, to allow ourselves to really connect in and be more authentically ourselves. This is also a good week, and a week for clearing. This is a week for, again, allowing yourself to come into that center of who you are and be compassionate to yourself. I think that's one of our big things this week, is to be compassionate for where we're at in our journey, where everyone is at a different place. And, it's okay to not be exactly where you want to be, but have compassion with yourself for where you are now, so you can continue to move forward. Let's see. Now, I'm going to be using a new deck that I just got as well to clarify this card. So, our clarifying card for compassion, funny enough, is passion. Passion is a big part of this, apparently. This is sacral energy. This is creative. This is allowing ourselves to fully be driven by the things that light us up inside. And the way that it feels for me, and this is something that I'm also going through, so this is a reading for myself especially. This is a week where we are allowing ourselves to fully be driven, allowing ourselves to connect in with our passions and allow ourselves to move forward. This is connecting in with joy, with our things that really light us up inside. And for some of you, it is going to be connecting in with a part of yourself that you haven't done in a very, very, very long time. So, again, compassion is very, very, very forward. This is supposed to be our strength for this week. This is something that is building in strength, this feels like, instead of it just being a strength. This is something that we're all actively working on, where we are here in our journey, where we are connecting and accepting ourselves. I think that self-acceptance is really, 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 really important. But by doing the things that we enjoy, the things that really light us up, is allowing us to connect in with that a bit more. Okay. So the things that are laying upon our heart is the idea for this next card, and is honesty and communication. So for some of you guys, let me show you the card. So for some of you guys, it's going to be showing up as, I've been swallowing my words way too much, and I feel like I can't open up and I can't allow myself to fully embrace what I need to say. I feel like my words can't be heard. This is a week for allowing yourself to open your mouth, allowing yourself to be heard. This is again connecting in with that throat chakra energy right there, allowing yourself to fully express who you are. And this is really building up off of our strength this week of allowing ourselves to accept ourselves, allowing our passions to come forward and allow that to light us up again. There has been a dull that has been happening where we want to do all these things, but we're lacking the motivation to do them. And we can feel really, really guilty about that. So this is a week for allowing yourself to be honest with yourself on these are the things I like to do. Why am I stopping myself from doing them? And it's looking at those motivational parts. Like, why do I feel like I need the motivation to do this when this is something I enjoy every time I do it? This isn't something about like pushing yourself, but it's in the art of allowing, right? This is allowing yourself to be honest with where you want things to go and how you are feeling. Let's do a clarifier for this card as well. These are the chakra cards. Let's see. Okay, so I actually had this card earlier when I was doing a reading a bit for myself, getting used to these cards. The clarifier for this one is despondence. This is allowing yourself to get into a defeated space where this card is asking you just to move, to just act, to allow yourself to start moving and doing these things. Because when we're not doing anything, we're not actually following our passions, our things that we enjoy, then we have despondence that comes up. What this card is asking you to do is it could be clean your house, it could be organize something, it could be anything, but you just have to take those baby steps to get started, right? So this going into honesty and communication is really just asking you to open up. It can feel very hard at times, but that is what we're being asked to do this week when it comes to our heart. This is a time to lay our heart bare, and the emotions for this feel really intense. I'm not gonna lie, but you have to start doing it because these things are laying on your heart for a reason. If you're not allowing them to flow through you and out of you, then it's becoming really, really hard. It's becoming really, really hard to keep that in. And our challenge card for this week is to raise our vibration. So for those of you who haven't heard this, everything is in vibration. Everything is moving, everything is shifting. There are many different vibrations out there. They are a spectrum, right? We're all on a different vibration in a way. And the vibration that we are attracts the same. You should go look up there are examples of tuning forks having resonance between the two of each other. So having one that's not being hit and it being the same frequency as what is being hit will actually cause the other one to start to vibrate. So this is a challenge for us this week to find that vibration, find that frequency that we really want to be in. So this could be looking at people who are around, what we're allowing ourselves to do. This is a big month for what it feels like for looking at ourselves, looking at where and what things we are doing that's helping us to move forward and what is kind of holding us back. Raising your vibration also can be going into our passions, allowing ourselves to fully throw ourselves into what we enjoy and allowing joy to be the main proponent for this week. Let's see. But it is, again, all about this open-hearted energy. Let's see. What do we need to know about raising our vibration this week? So for this week, as long as we can connect in with what we've been talking about so far, raising your vibration, your card, as expansion. This is the throat chakra, right here. Let's see, I'll hold it up a little closer to the camera. But this is allowing ourselves to receive what is trying to come to us. This is an expansion for ourselves, for allowing ourselves to speak, right? This has that connection with the honesty and communication. allowing ourselves to expand the way that we think, allowing ourselves to expand in the way that we communicate with people, because communication is key, right? Allowing ourselves to really connect in with our spirit and allow ourselves to expand into where we're supposed to be. You know, think about water. Water fits in whatever container you put it in. If you don't like how much or what container it is, change the container out and the water can expand. You can fill yourself with more light, more energy, more love. But taking those hard steps of looking at the people you're around, allowing yourselves to be honest and speak the things that are on your heart, because there's a lot of energy there. There's a lot of energy that is wanting to go. There's a lot of energy that's showing up in like escape, asking you to run away. But this is a time to deal with it. This is a time to embrace your fears and allow yourself to work through them, allow them to go, so that you can have this expansive energy. So I'm going to pull one more card from a different deck right here to kind of summarize what we have going on for this week, and I'll have this uploaded as soon as possible. Okay, what is the last thing that we need to know for this week? Okay. Our last card we have here is number 17, the Inner Oracle. It says, you are the channel, deja vu, self-fulfilling prophecy. This is reminding us that we are this channel. We have the ability to shape the way the world works for us, right? We have our own microcosm of what we are experiencing, and we have control of this in some way, right? I was talking to somebody on vacation at a bookstore. I love books. I like reading. I like a lot of things, but we're talking a little bit about A Course in Miracles, and I was asking a bit more about it. And I asked him, what was the biggest thing that you kept from reading this book? It's that the world is not real, that everything is a vibration and we are putting people in it, right? Every person we interact with, our microcosms are interacting with each other. They show up as a reflection for ourselves. So if you're setting that intention for having these bad things going on, or for, that's not to say that bad things happen because we want them to. We are learning from these things, right? And there's always a balancing of the scales when it comes to this, because we're not here we are here to have a great time and to experience life, but we are here at learning as a soul as we move back into the one, into the all, right? So when you're setting your intentions and moving forward with this, just allow yourself to really hone in on the things that you're trying to bring forward, or the things that you want to bring forward. But be careful about the language. I have to be careful about the language as well, because when we try and we want, we're putting out into the universe that we're still in the continuous act of wanting. I have this. This is here. So changing that language to I want to I have, I am, is going to allow some shifts and changes of perspective. And yes, it's going to feel a little bit silly at first of saying I am happy. Cool. Right now, personally, not feeling as much of that. I'm working on it. But it's trying to set that intention and change our perspective, right? So this is connecting in with that energy of miracles. I always say that miracles can just be a change in perception. And so that's what it feels like this week. So making sure you're not putting all your energy in something that the best way I can put it is not putting your energy into a place of fear and trying to change something because you're fearing the other outcome, because that's putting all the energy towards the fear, actually. But doing something because you want to and that you feel drawn towards is a whole different story. So don't try to act out of fear and act out of, I don't want this to happen, so I have to do this. But do it out of, I'm going to do this for myself and not for anyone else. I'm going to move forward and I'm going to allow myself to do this. I'm going to be here in my space, and I'm going to allow myself to fully expand into the beautiful part and the beautiful piece that I am of the all, of the one. I am part of light. I am love. I am allowing myself to fully embody myself, my soul into this space. There's a big calling for us to do that, because there has been so much time that we haven't been allowing ourselves to embody our soul and our space that we're here. Now is it's time to move forward. There's no more holding back. Shift is happening, and it's time. So if you're having these moments of deja vu, if you're having these moments of, I've been not wanting this thing to happen so much, but it's happening now, look at that. Allow yourself to see a different trajectory. But as you're in it, allow yourself to learn from what is happening. If it's happening because you forgot to do something, look at that. Look at your habits. Look at your goals that you have set. And then allowing yourself to change them bit by bit, right? We think that this transformation and this change has to be huge all at once, but it's the incremental changes that last. So allowing yourself to shift, allowing yourself to change and take those baby steps. So allow yourself to be that channel of divine love that you're here to be. So I hope you guys have an amazing week. I'm going to put this up as soon as I stop recording. So again, if you're interested in the sound bath, or if you have any questions, message me on Facebook. Sacred Forge Healing is the website, as well as the Facebook group or page. But if you have any questions, please message me. I'm open to chat. And I hope you guys have an amazing week, and I'll see you again next week. Bye for now.